I got...
Yeah, but your knee is there, so how am I supposed to get any closer?
Easy, just move over.
Let's just have a bigger on camera.
It's not even that, the halo top stuff. Some restaurant said it was it, there's loads of them. And
then run. Run with your life, that's your priority. Is your priority this or is your priority that?
Nice. Alright YouTube, we said we'd do a Q&A and this has pretty much been the only day that we've gotten to do it.
Every day we're just like, okay, we'll do today. We'll do
and
today.
and then something comes up or something's on or neither of us are off at the same time.
It's
or
just we've both been working so flat out.
Yeah. Your shifts have been crazy and my work has been crazy. We just haven't actually got a chance to sit down and
chat.
Properly.
5 seconds ago he was like, I want to go take a halo top.
Hold on a minute. There was like a halo top drought.
Yeah, there is a halo top drought.
So
I've just given up. I just don't care anymore. I've given up because every time I go and they don't have it, so it's just putting me in a bad mood. So what's the point? Okay,
do you want me to ask you the questions or what do you think?
Whichever way, they're probably towards both of us now.
Yeah. Okay, so the full question is: Have you any quick tips to help with a sweet tooth? I've got my main meals on track recently. However, I can't help but quote unquote crave something sweet after eating, you know, your dinner or whatever.
Okay. I like to fit little treats in that we get in Aldi and stuff.
Okay.
Aaron's always like, well, at least get some protein into your diet. So I think protein bars are a good way of kind of getting your sweet tooth, and like find one that you like, because I find like I'll mail the same protein bar for so long and then I'm like, yeah, like these were like my ultimate fave for, I say, guts of like 6 months, and then now they just taste different and they're not the same. And then if you have the calories, you can get all these. Well, I'm obsessed with Aldi, so are you, but I always get these little treats like dark chocolate or, you know,
just like salted dark chocolate and stuff like that in Aldi. That's really nice, and it's only 147 calories per, like, you get like a sleeve of them.
Yeah, and it kind of satisfies that sweet tooth instead of having like a Mars bar or whatever.
Yeah, halo top.
Oh yeah, that is the new.
That's the new sort of thing. So you could have like
a whole tub.
A whole tub for like anywhere between 260 and maybe 400 calories. So less than 400 calories. Like the most calories in one of the tubs, I think, is like 380 or something like that.
I actually was just thinking today about, because I was drinking the vitamin C, you know, the little things. Aaron used to just suck them as sweets. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Used to
that was when you're getting down.
I was thinking that today and I was like, oh my god, he actually,
but that's,
you know, like the dissolved for vitamin C, like Aaron used to suck on them like they were sweets.
That's when you get down to very low body fat percentages and you're in dire straits and you've kind of no macros to play with.
Yeah, we're not on that extent yet. Yeah,
we're not at the sucking vitamin C.
And Clever Foods, that is another one.
Clever Foods, they have really cool things like healthy donuts, which are like 100 calories. They're
the caramel squares.
Oh,
they're my fave.
They're like so Snickers, healthy Snickers bars. So check them out. I think you can get them in Chopped. You can get them in Nutrition Hub and Swords.
You can tag it on the video.
Yeah, I'll put a little link to the Clever Foods thing below. Possibly the other thing that I would suggest is allowing yourself or
factoring it in.
So if you do want something shit or you do want something sweet, make sure you can sort of play around with your calories to have. Or allow yourself that something nice.
But you know what is another thing that I see, I've loads, because I love fitting things into my calories, but Fibre One bars, my obsession, like
90 calorie Fibre
they are
bars.
So good. They're hard to find though.
Yeah.
But there's a garage down the road from us in Dundalk and they have them, and I heard JC's and Swords has them.
Yeah. So there is like a ton of things that are in and around anywhere between 90 and maybe less than 400 calories. So it's kind of like, it's up to you what you choose.
Depends how much calories you have.
You know, it's up to you what you choose and how much calories you have to sort of play with. Another question is there a limit to how many eggs you can have in a week? She says,
I actually don't know.
I feel like it's the cheapest. I feel like it's the cheapest way to get protein in and quick and simple to scramble or poach eggs. Do you recommend? Oh, here you go. Do you recommend any other? This is the sort of end of the question.
Yeah.
Do you recommend any other cost-effective sources of protein?
If you're worried about your intake of eggs, I'd probably get your cholesterol.
You're completely out of the shot.
Sorry. I would probably get your cholesterol checked, like get your bloods done. if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah.
But I've never really heard, unless your cholesterol's high, I've never really heard of like having too much eggs.
No.
Have you?
No.
And then
there is no. I don't think there is any study out there to prove that eggs have a negative effect on LDL or HDL, which is your cholesterol levels in your body.
Like when I first started dieting, like I ate eggs so much because I loved eggs, and I found it easier to eat eggs than loads of chicken and loads of meat and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a problem with eating too much eggs.
What about cost-effective source of protein? Obviously, you got your protein powders from like, you know, any brand. Like obviously the cheapest one and the sort of best quality out there is sort of MyProtein, like the sort of white label brands or stuff that's not like in a tub, stuff that you just basically get in a bag that has like, you know, fuck all branding on it. And
like I would drink probably protein shake every day because I really struggle to get my protein in, like really struggle.
So a decent quality protein shake would be, or a decent quality protein powder like whey protein would be would be another
and you can get like discount codes and stuff on
which make it obviously cheaper as well, so that's quite cool. This is a bit of another question. How are you supposed to work your macros like protein, carbs and fats on MyFitnessPal? Should it be different for everyone? Mine just has a standard setting. Right.
No, you can do it with, because I actually just did it for my friend the other day.
So with MyFitnessPal, go on, you said.
I did it for my friend the other day, and it's just not as accurate because it's in percentages and stuff. Yeah. But you can still kind of work out.
Yeah, you can roughly do
it.
With MyFitnessPal or with the normal MyFitnessPal, not the premium version, you can round it up to the closest 5%. I think it is.
But especially if you've only started counting your macros anyway, like you're only learning, so it doesn't really matter. Like I didn't get premium until I met you. I think I got premium, so it's not that big of a deal.
So when you are starting with MyFitnessPal, don't worry too much about the sort of exact split. Just worry about sort of the two things that I would get all of my clients to focus on in the very beginning of when they're starting to sort of use MyFitnessPal and track calories in general. It's just protein. So how much protein you're getting in? Are you hitting enough proteins that you're recovering, you're satiated, you're satisfied, and also are you getting enough calories? So just the calories and the protein, that's for the start all I would really work on with my clients. And then after that, well then start to bring in sort of, you know,
be more accurate,
more accurate, a little bit more tailored. But for now, calories and protein, and don't worry about anything else. I suppose this would be more towards a female audience. This question, it says, do macros work? Now I know that's kind of an odd question, but macros do work, yes. Counting your macros do work. It says, my weight seems to fluctuate so much. Should I be sticking to it like a religion or what? I'm about 5'5" and I'm taking on about 1,350 calories. So I would always say that women's weights tend to fluctuate a lot, like.
Oh my god, massively, like, especially like with your time of month, if you're stressed, what we eat the night before, all those factors come into play. Like I know that if I factored in a pizza, I wouldn't weigh myself the next morning because I'm definitely going to be heavier.
I actually, funny enough, I wouldn't.
But then like your body can be mad as well. Like I was so stressed to start this week, and then I was like, I'll just weigh myself on Wednesday, but I know I'll be heavier. Like I in my head, because I just knew it, but I was actually lighter. So it just shows that your body's crazy. I think you need to really stick to certain calories for a week and weigh yourself, and then see what you're like the next week, and then if you're going up or down, kind of go from there.
Stick to a certain level of caloric intake. And someone who's like 5'5" is like same height as Viv, I know, and if you, from the picture here, the girl looks quite slight, so if you are quite small, like, you know, your calories are, like, lighter bodies need less calories, unfortunately. That's just the long and short of it.
But also if you want to have more calories, just move more as well.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to have more calories, just train harder, move more, do a little bit extra cardio, just move a little bit more. But yeah, bodies tend to fluctuate. I've had clients that fluctuate, you know, up to including 7 pounds.
I know, it's crazy.
Around their monthly cycles. So it's one of those things that I suppose you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life, unfortunately, ladies, because that's just the nature of your physiques and your bodies and your hormones. I would genuinely stick to, like Viv said, I would stick to a level of calories for a week and then judge it week by week and just see where you're going from there.
Yeah.
So the girl said, I get out of breath quite easily doing burpees, squat jumps and other things, but I can run on a treadmill for half an hour or more, no problem. It says, what does that mean? And is that something I need to be worried about, or is it just I need to improve my fitness levels?
No, it's just different levels of fitness. Like I couldn't run on a treadmill for half an hour, but I could do burpees. Like, you know what I mean? And I would still die. Like that's the whole point of kind of doing those exercises, they're to to get your heart rate up, to make you out of breath. Like, that's what you want. Like, if you're doing them easy enough, then you kind of need to be changing it up, trying different things, because that's the whole point of fitness. You're meant to be challenging yourself, it can't be a walk in the park. And obviously, if you're finding that hard, that's a good thing, because it means you're pushing yourself. Yeah,
and again, like, they're two different aerobic systems, should I say? Like, one's anaerobic, as in, like, one's a sort of higher level of heart rate, and then one is aerobic, and they're different energy pathways. Like, so, they're totally different styles of training. It's kind of like saying, I can lift really heavy for 5 reps, but I can't do it for 15.
Yeah.
You know, is it something I should be worried about? It's, you know, they're two different styles of training. One is more muscular endurance, the other one is complete strength. Where should someone start when they are, like, starting to count their macros? What should someone do when they're starting to count their macros?
Don't make it as complicated, because I obviously, as a coach, like, when I first got macros, I was so confused. Like, I didn't understand it. I think you need someone just to sit down and kind of talk you through the app. Because I literally did this with Rachel the other day. Like, I literally tried to just make it as simple as possible. And I used to literally focus on protein, fats, carbs, like, and I literally had to hit exactly that carb, exactly that fat. But it's actually, now I know that doesn't really matter. It's just the protein that kind of matters, and obviously not being way under or way over your calories every day.
Like Viv said, it's just, I suppose, making it as simple for yourself as possible, and making it, you know, as foolproof as you can. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself to get it bang on. Like, I've had clients in the past saying, "Oh, I've gone over my carbs by 5 grams. What should I do?" I'm like,
I'm not like that. Is so
fuck out. It's 20 calories. You could burn that walking from one end of the house to the other. Do you know, that kind of thing? It's not a massive deal, like, to be bang on. You're not going to be stepping on stage as a physique or bikini competitor, and unless you are, you don't have to be that strict. Or unless you're like a high top level athlete, or, you know, you're going to the Olympics, or there's
but it'll also
massive
ruin
level of
it'll ruin the if it fits your macros for you, because you'll be so obsessive that, like, you can't even enjoy it, because you'll be obsessing over, like, 2 calories, like, you know.
Have you got any tips for nurses on how to eat on shift? So when you're on shifts and on weird hour shifts.
Well, I've got this question so many times.
It wasn't like a specific night or day sort of thing. It was just a shit coming off weird hour shifts.
Coming off weird hour shifts, so night shifts then. Like I said before, definitely prep your meals. Change it up would be another one. Like, don't have the exact same thing for every night you're in, because it'll just be depressing. Make sure you fit little things in that you like, and actually schedule, like, put it into your MyFitnessPal. That's what I would do. I put into my MyFitnessPal exactly what I've eaten. Like, I know that's the calories that I want to have that day, and that's the food I want to eat, and then you stick to it then, because if you just do it ad hoc, you will end up eating crap, and you will end up like, oh, I'll just have this, and then you're kind of binging.
Tips and tricks to avoid picking at foods. I genuinely
plan your food out. That's all. Like, because any day that I don't plan my food out, is when I just end up going, I'll have I can fit it in, and then by the end I'm like, shit, I have loads of protein to have.
One of the things I do to help myself not pick at shitty foods is I fast. I do intermittent fasting. So if I have a long day at work, I will make sure that I push all of my food towards the end of the day. So I push all of it towards the end of the day. Like, so I would probably start eating maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, so that I have, you know, 2,500-3,000 calories to play with, and it's like a very small window of time. So if I do want a little bit of junk food, or I do want to pick at something, it doesn't really matter. So I would, if it was me and I was giving some advice, I would say try and either bank away maybe 200-300 calories towards the end of the day, or try intermittent fast and push your food out.
For me, I find it harder to do that, because I can't eat a massive amount of calories in, like, one sitting like Aaron can. So I definitely find that get up in the morning, just see how you feel. Like I wake up some mornings and I'm starving, so I will have my porridge, I'll have whatever. But I was in work today, I wasn't hungry my first break, and I was like, I actually can have this porridge in the evening. You know what I mean? So, like, judge it. Like, if you're not hungry, don't just eat for the sake of eating. Save it for later on.
Exactly what Viv said. If there is some, like, for instance, if you get up in the morning and you're not hungry, don't force yourself to eat. Just eat later on when you actually are hungry. And then the last one was, what keeps us both motivated?
I'd like to say each other.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. Like Viv is probably like, I suppose the only girl that I've been really kind of, do you know, I really want to stay in shape because of her. Do you know, that kind of thing? I really want to stay in shape because I want to look good for Viv.
Like, I'm the same.
So it is that kind of element, and as cliche and cheesy as that might sound, you know, it's probably like when I get out of shape, or if I've ever sort of veered off the sort of track of being in shape or relatively in shape, I kind of go, Jesus Christ, I don't want to let myself go too much. Do you know, that kind of thing? Because then I don't want you to be kind of turning around and going, ugh. Do you know, that kind of thing? Not that you win, but do you know what I mean? Like, I still want you to have, no, but I still want to have that physical attraction. I still want you to go, look at me and go, Jesus Christ, it's in great shape.
But like, there has been points in our relationship where we both kind of let ourselves go a little bit, and we've both felt shit, and we've been at each other, and because we both don't feel good in ourselves. Whereas, like, at the minute we're both actually quite motivated, and we both feel good in ourselves, and we're kind of getting on better. Like, but every relationship's like that. Jesus Christ, you can't be motivated all year round. But definitely when I see Aaron being motivated, it kind of makes me motivated because I see how fit he's getting. And I'm like, oh yes, like I want to be like that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it does push you that little bit more, and it kind of gives you that little bit of an incentive to go that little bit harder.
Like, even sometimes, like, he'd be like, oh, do you want to go to the gym? And I'm like, oh, no, but it's nice to have that person there. But obviously not everyone has that person either.
It is very, one thing I do think would be very hard is if you weren't into the gym at all.
Oh my god,
or if I wasn't into the gym, and I
can't even imagine that, like.
Yeah, that'd be very tough. I think it'd be
But I think not everyone's as lucky as us to be kind of in a relationship that we're both into fitness. So for those people, like, it's finding someone that you like to go to the gym with. Like, I'm sure there's somebody you know that would like to go to the gym. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody you can drag to the gym with you.
I suppose before I met you, and before I was in a relationship, you know, I spent the best part of a year, you know, training at like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and Andreas was, you know, he was there every day to meet me. So I think that, like Viv said,
you had someone getting you, like, you had someone texting you.
You had somebody meeting you every day, like, and had somebody, you know, chatting with you every day, that, or like making sure that you were sort of accountable to someone every day. So if there is someone that you have in your life that is, you know, into the gym and is into fitness in general, you know, buddy up with them and hit the gym and keep yourself motivated, keep yourself accountable, and keep yourself going, really. Like, I was chatting to one of our clients, Rob, recently, and he was talking about, you know, even, you know, having like 5-a-side football with the lads, and, you know, doing those sort of things where you meet up with people and it's a fitness-ish
That's so weird.
thing.
That's so weird, because I was talking to Rachel and we were saying, oh, like, we'd love to start doing hot yoga or like boxercise or something.
Yeah, something.
And like, doing something, it doesn't have to be the gym, it can be anything. Like, we go for walks all the time. Like, we'd go for a walk together and you feel so much better after it. And like, especially like saying, okay, we'll go for a walk this day and all. It's getting outside, it's doing something different. It's doing exercise instead. Again,
it does, like Viv said, it doesn't have to be the gym where, you know, you find your little bit of, you know, motivation. It can be, you know, if you like swimming, go for a swim. If you like cycling, get outside and go for a cycle. But yeah, the gym doesn't have to be the only mode of fitness for you to get fit. You can kind of use anything you want, really. Get outside.
I wish I wanted to run. Like, I wish I was like.
I actually genuinely wish I could motivate myself. Do you know what it is for me with running? It's my head. My head doesn't, like, I know when I'm doing sprints, it's like 30 seconds, and
you know it's over.
Yeah, I'm counting it down in my head. It's not like in the gym. Do you know when you, like, it's like, oh yeah, I go for a couple of kilometers run,
and then you're done,
and then you stop. If you run somewhere, you have to run back.
Yeah,
do you know, you're kind of like, oh,
I would not like that.
Do you know? So yeah, no, it wouldn't be for me. Anyway, this has been our Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and give it a big thumbs up if you did. If you have any more questions, please do comment below, give us some feedback, tell us what you want to see a little bit more of, less of, you know, all feedback is welcome. And check us out on Instagram. I'm Mr. Fly on Instagram, Vivienne is Vivienne Hobson.
I want to go, Vivienne is Vivienne.
Vivienne is Vivienne Hobson. Keep up with us on Instagram, and yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Catch you guys in the next vlog.